Not too long ago, the 3-season Marvel series Daredevil moved from Netflix to Disney+. The series was so well received by Netflix that over the years, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and The Punisher were added to the catalog. And of course, the ensemble series The Defenders, which brings together all the aforementioned superheroes. Eventually, a clause in the contract between Netflix and Marvel came into effect, which prevented the continuation of the series' characters at Disney for a period of exactly 2 years after its termination at Netflix. So it's all the more gratifying that Disney has finally ordered its own series for Daredevil from the company's own streaming platform Disney+. Many details have not been revealed so far, but one thing is pretty much certain. Charlie Cox will return as the main character Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil. This can be assumed at the latest since the brief appearance in Spider-Man No Way Home, where the lawyer shows up in an opening scene. With Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin, there is also another familiar face. He already made an appearance in the Hawkeye series. It thus looks like the comeback of some of the former cast members is also imminent, though there are no further concrete indications of this yet. We can also only make guesses as to the concept of the series because it is still subject to speculation whether the new Disney Plus series will function completely as a reboot or even seamlessly pick up where the predecessor left off. Either way, we are excited about the new series. In view of Disney's packed schedule, we don't expect this series to be released soon, however. The first trailer for the upcoming MCU series She-Hulk Attorney-at-Law was recently released. Apart from an appearance by Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner, both fans and critics were not really impressed by the clips shown. The focus is on the criticism of the poorly done special effects, which were probably not quite convincing to anyone. In addition to many Shrek comparisons, some fans also disliked the superheroine's looks, as many had hoped for a more muscular or fearsome portrayal. As CGI artist Sean Rucroft confirmed, she was initially designed to be more muscular, but was then given her current, much slimmer form. However, this could not be that big of a deal since it keeps the character very close to the comic books, which is definitely not the case with other Disney films like The Little Mermaid, as has often been the subject of criticism in the past. But not only the fans are critical of the new She-Hulk series, an insider also claims to have heard nothing good. As Matthew Belloni reported to Puck.News, She-Hulk is destined to be a big flop. Belloni already referred to various sources behind the scenes last March who are not too confident about the release of the series. In addition to Tatiana Maslany as She-Hulk and Mark Ruffalo as Hulk, the cast also includes Tim Roth as the villain Abomination, Jamila Jamil as Titania, and Benedict Wong as, well, Wong. Behind the scenes, Kat Coiro and Anu Valia both directed, while Jessica Gao wrote the script. So far, the MCU project has unfortunately not been well received, and it remains to be seen whether at least the visual flaws will be corrected by the time the series premieres on Disney Plus on August 17th, 2022. Recently, after a long wait, the second trailer for Thor: Love and Thunder was finally released. In it, we can at last take a look at the big highlight of the MCU blockbuster. We're not talking about Thor's exposed butt and the Loki Easter egg, but about Christian Bale and his already terrifying and equally promising role as Gore the Butcher. For another look at Gore, check out the new poster that was released this past Tuesday, which also features other important characters. By the way, in an interview with Total film director Taika Waititi also talked about the fourth Thor movie. There, he was asked how closely Thor: Love and Thunder will be based on the original comic, The Mighty Thor. He stated that especially Jane Foster's storyline will be very close to the original. After all, this is one of the most influential plotlines of the film. As part of the interview, there was also an exclusive new image that shows Natalie Portman as Mighty Thor and Chris Hemsworth as Thor. Given all the new footage and news, we are now even more excited and looking forward to the release this summer on July 8th, 2022. With the production of The Last of Us series, HBO has not chosen a simple series adaptation. The Part 2 video game series by Uncharted developer Naughty Dog is still one of the major hits of the past PlayStation generation. Until now, without an official announcement, it was widely assumed that the series would be released in the course of the coming year. And as it recently turned out, that was not a wrong prediction at all. This emerged from an interview with director Kantomir Balagov with comicbook.com, where he provided an approximate time frame. According to him, a release could be possible in early 2023 already, which luckily means less than a year's wait. The series is largely based on the events of the two Sony exclusive video games. There you play the two main characters Joel and Ellie, who have to survive as an unlikely team in a world full of infected creatures called runners. The goal is to find an antidote for the plague caused by fungi, in addition to fighting against the many human enemies that are no less dangerous. So far, the cast for the roles is very promising. The Mandalorian star Pedro Pascal plays the smuggler Joel, and the young Ellie is played by Game of Thrones actress Bella Ramsey. In additional roles, we will see Merle Dandridge as Firefly's leader Marlene, Nico Parker as Joel's daughter Sarah, Nick Offerman as loner Bill, Anna Torv as fellow smuggler Tess, and Storm Reed as Ellie's friend Riley. We are looking forward to the realization of The Last of Us and await further news on the HBO series. New actors are constantly joining the cast of Fast and Furious 10, or Fast X for short, whether it's big roles like Jason Momoa's or just minor ones. One of these more minor roles was recently given to a true Hollywood icon, and that's Rita Moreno. The 90-year-old West Side Story actress was one of the few performers to win every major film award in the industry during her 70-year career. In other words, Oscar, Grammy, Emmy, Tony Award, and Golden Globe. In fact, only 16 people have managed to do that in film history, so that's an extremely impressive lifetime achievement. In a cute video on Instagram, Vin Diesel revealed the casting of Moreno, who will play Dom Toretto's grandmother in the film. In addition to Moreno, the return of a well-known Fast and Furious star has also been confirmed. The talk is of Scott Eastwood, who is not only the son of Clint Eastwood. In Fast and Furious, he also played the role of Little Nobody. It is still unclear on whose side Little Nobody will be and whether Kurt Russell will also return as Mr. Nobody. The shooting of Fast X under the new director Louis Leterrier is well underway, and we are hoping for more news about the already giant movie, which is scheduled to hit theaters on May 19th, 2023. The Ocean series is still one of the best heist movies of all time. But did you know that the film series did not start with George Clooney, Brad Pitt, and Matt Damon in 2001, but back in the 60s? At that time, the movie had an equally famous cast. The so-called Rat Pack played the three leading roles, namely none other than Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Sammy Davis Jr. Now, a new Ocean's 11 was announced a couple of days ago, and it's supposed to return to the origins of the movie series. As stated by The Hollywood Reporter, the film is set in the 1960s somewhere in Europe. Allegedly, the movie is not related to the previous parts and could therefore be sort of a remake. The main role has already been cast. Margot Robbie is said to act not only as the main character, but also as a producer. Further details are still scarce, but it seems likely that the original 1960 film and the Ocean's 11 remake are somehow connected. In Las Vegas, Danny Ocean and his team go on a foray, and in Europe, Margot Robbie's character and her colleagues. However, this has not been confirmed yet, which is why we can only make assumptions about it at this point in time. In charge of directing is Austin Powers director Jay Roach. The script will be written by newcomer Carrie Solomon. Shooting of the Warner Brothers film is scheduled to start at the beginning of next year, which is why release before 2024 is considered unlikely. So far, it is not known when the new Garfield movie starring Chris Pratt will be released. The plot of the upcoming animated movie is also still unknown, but instead the next top-class addition to the cast has already been announced. We are referring to Hollywood legend Samuel L. Jackson, who is to take on the role of Garfield's father, Vic. This role was created specifically for the new film, but no further details have been revealed by those responsible yet. Chicken Little director Mark Dindal will be in charge of directing the movie, which will be adapted from a screenplay by David Reynolds. Among other projects, Reynolds has previously worked on Disney's Tarzan and Finding Nemo, and is by no means new to the animated film business. We will keep you posted as soon as we know more about the release date or some initial plot information. This week, we can offer you many brand new trailers on our channel, including Thor: Love and Thunder and Mission Impossible 7. In addition, you can look forward to our new original for Shazam: Fury of the Gods. There, you will learn everything you need to know about the much anticipated DC movie.